be able to win a Cox Plate has just been everything because of the family history with CS and Dad also winning him.
To win a Cox Plate would mean everything to us. It'd be the best thing we've ever done.
To sum up the Cox Plate, for our family, it's been a very good race to us, and we've been able to win it 6 times with 5 different horses, and we'd love to keep adding to the trophy cabinet.
For Lindsay Park, the brand and the 3 trainers that have managed to win it for us is my father, Colin, and Tony McAvoy. Dad would always talk about the great horses that had come through Lindsay Park, and Dulcify was always one of the first ones run it off, and how impressive he was in that Cox Plate. I think he won it by about 10 lengths.
And he's got it. He's home, Dulcify. Dulcify's won by a minute, and that's the way he might win the Melbourne Cup.
Just shows how good he was, because the only horse I can remember in our lifetime winning by a good margin is Winx. So it has him right up in that calibre of horse.
Ready to race in the championship, and they're up.
And Better Loosen Up won it in 1990. It's probably one of the better stories that the old man's told. He was quite a way back in the field.
Better Loosen Up is giving Starley Century 25-length start at the halfway point.
At about the 800-metre mark, CS touched Dad on the shoulder and said, better luck next year. Coming to the 400, he really started to pick up and attack the line, and Dad sort of popped up and thought, I don't think it's over yet.
Better Loosen Up coming at them. Better Loosen Up goes home best. David Hayes first up wins it.
He just got there by the barest of margins, won by an absolute, I can't say bee's dick, can I? It's coming.
Ready, set, racing.
One I can really remember is probably Fields of Omagh's Cox Plate. It was quite a special thing for our family because that was the last horse Uncle Pete trained too. And then he obviously went to Tony McAvoy and then Dad.
Fields of Omagh coming down the outside. Fields of Omagh is lifting. He's flashing down the outside. Pompeii Ruler, Fields of Omagh, he's launched. Fields of Omagh's done it.
For him to sign off winning a Cox Plate, to retire on such a high, it was just a huge thing.
I'm Gary Fennessy. I've been with the Lindsay Park set-up for over 55 years. Started with C.S. Hayes, then was there for Peter Hayes and David Hayes, and now the boys. Yeah, I think C.S.'s favourite was probably the Cox Plate. David, his first year, trained a Cox Plate winner, so that would be his favourite too. I think Ben and Will and JD could surpass their father and their grandfather. I don't need to be any better feelings than winning the Cox Plate for them.
Mr Brightside in front, and Mr Brightside has won the mile from Cascadian, the inevitable. Mr Brightside back. Mr Brightside won it. Mr Brightside wins the mile and wins again.
Yeah, Mr Brightside to win 5 in a row at the top level is just outstanding, and he's really going to improve off the back of that, and he's got a big month ahead of him with the Cox Plate and possibly Champions Day as well. Mr Brightside was able to win the Cox Plate. It meant everything to the family. It's one of the classics, and it's what you get up every morning in the early hours for, and what he showed us today out in the paddock, he's got plenty of kick left in the locker.
Yeah, he's got a few punches left in the locker.
Yeah, he's got a bit of juice to go anyway. I think he's still going to run quite competitively over the next 2 runs.
Well, we probably couldn't be happy with our program into the 2,000 metres this time. He's shown us all the signs that he's coped well and he's ready to go to the next level.